Chris, I was just curious, how involved did you get in terms of breaking down the Cal-Texas game? And maybe other than their offensive balance, what did you see that Texas did well to kind of exploit Cal's defense?
Well, I think the quarterback hurt them with their feet, which really didn't have much to do with us. I think, that was probably one of the big things. I think, they did a good job executing their offense a little bit. But, there's nothing tougher than scrambling quarterback. And there was a lot of that going on.
Cal's defense overall, though,
Yeah.
much better this year. Are they schematically doing much different than last year? Or is it just guys being more experienced?
I think it's a combination of guys being experienced. I think they're healthier than they had been. I think even when we played them early in the year, they had some health issues. So I think it's year two in that scheme, and everybody looks better.
Do you still, even though it's week 4, do you still kind of, with an eye toward the full season, looking to, I don't know whether it's shorten practices or do some things to try to keep guys fresh and keep guys going?
Yeah, that's a big topic that we're always into. And we kind of have our monthly plan. We kind of break the season down into probably thirds. And, the first third of the season to us is going through this game, and then we have a bye, and we kind of make our plan from there, play the next third, make another plan from there. And so a lot of it has to do with the healthier team, but we still kind of know how it goes during the year, even if you stay healthy, in terms of trying to keep guys fresh.
Because you have the bye, does that allow you to kind of maybe go a little bit more gung-ho than if you had a game maybe the following week?
Not necessarily. This early in the season, with all of our new guys, we have to practice. I mean, we have to practice hard. And we have to get the reps. This team's just not experienced enough to back off. And, what we have to do as we go forward is learn, even if we take some pads off or if we shorten practice, the time that we're out there, we have to go really fast and we have to try to build skill. And that's really hard for most guys, let alone young and experienced guys.
With all those young guys, do you notice, is there a different feel out there in practice than there was even 3 weeks ago going into the opener? A comfort level, a confidence level, those guys having been through a few games now.
Yeah, I think there's some familiarity with some of our plays that 3 weeks ago, I know Trey Adams didn't know some of these plays, didn't even know them, let alone can he execute his assignment in detail. And so there's some of that. But, the nice thing is, I think these guys, they know, they're hungry. I mean, we're so far from anybody having this figured out that they practice with good urgency.
Do you feel like from your perspective, from the coaching perspective, there's more, familiarity obviously, but do you feel you have a better grasp of who these guys are, what they can do, and what they can handle?
Yeah, I think so. But I do think that, the one thing we know is we're still going to make some mistakes. I think everybody makes mistakes, and we're still young enough that we're going to make mistakes. But, I think our coaches have done a good job of we don't cater down to young guys. These are the plays we're running, and these are the standards we have, and we got to get them right. And so I think the kids feel that urgency out there.
Chris, I think a lot of people are looking at this game against Cal and saying, all right, this is the litmus test to see whether the Huskies are for real or not.
Yeah.
Are you looking at, not if you guys are for real or not, but are you looking at this as a test to see, what you guys got? Are you curious to see how you match up against a team like that?
Every week is the same thing.
It's no different.
It is no different.
Okay.
It's about us and how we improved. We may have a better opponent, but it's still about us. And the next week, it's going to be about us in the bye week.